It's Tim here, coach of Men Who Want More, and thanks for joining me for this live stream. And today is a Q&A. I love doing Q&As because I'm lucky enough to have multiple people writing in and asking questions at this stage of what I do, and it always amazes me the questions that I get, and I try and get back to as many as I can, and I'll try to do sort of these live streams on some of those questions. And if you like this, comment below and I'll do more of them. But today's question is, how do I become a motivator like Tony Robbins? Now, this came through and I particularly wanted to talk into this one, and this question came from Fazon, so thank you Fazon for writing in about that. And Tony's been a huge mentor of mine for a number of years now, and in those first couple of years I wanted to be just like Tony Robbins. I wanted to be a motivator just like him. But as I started evolving and growing and understanding myself better, I realised that I'm not going to be a motivator like Tony Robbins. Nobody is. And nobody, in my opinion, needs to be somebody that they're not. So my first sort of thought around how to be a motivator like Tony Robbins is stop trying to be a motivator like anybody, whether it's Tony or whether it's someone else out there who's incredible, and be you. I know that Tony, when he started motivating and being one of the best business strategists and life strategists in the world, he didn't try to be somebody he isn't. So if you're wondering, how do I be more like somebody else? What I'd say is, rather than focusing on trying to be like them in terms of, if they're motivating or whatever they're doing, is what traits do you want? So for me, I remember all those years ago when I went to one of Tony's first events that I experienced, the inspiration that he projected and the energy that he had is something that I wanted to grab and have that energy and that inspiration. And the second point I'd like to make here around how to be a motivator like Tony Robbins is, if you've got something within you that you desire to do, whether it's motivating, whether it's inspiring others, whether it's just doing a better job at your workplace or to start a business, or whether it's just being better in your relationships or improving your health and your energy or creating more income in your life, whatever it is for you, what I'd say is just start. Now, it's so simple, but common sense isn't always common practice. Just start. Just start doing the thing. Just start writing. Just start shooting videos. Just start talking to that guy, that girl. Just start. Just start one little step. So if you want to be a motivator like Tony Robbins, start motivating people. Start with your inner circle like I did. I was lucky enough to spend a decade in the fitness industry, and I just got started. At the time, my strength and conditioning coach at my rugby league club said, "Hey, you want to come down to the gym? I'm opening a gym. You want to come down and run some sessions and start managing it?" And I was always interested in my fitness, and that was the goal towards my rugby league career. And I just started. I said yes and just got in there. At the time, I didn't have any qualifications. I didn't have any certifications. I didn't have anyone's permission other than my coach at the time and myself to just start. So give yourself permission to start, however small that is, and you'll start to move in that direction. So how do you be a motivator like Tony Robbins? You just got to start motivating. And if you start putting out videos, if you start writing, if you start talking to people, and nobody's motivated to begin with, just keep going. That's how Tony started. That's how anybody that has done anything with their life, has achieved any type of success and had any level of fulfillment, has done it. They've just started. They just started taking action one step at a time. Now, Tony's been doing it for 35 plus years and motivated and inspired millions of people, but he just started all those years ago in his late teens. And that would be my advice also, and guidance here on how do you be a motivator. Well, you just start. You just start moving in that direction. I remember when I chose to move from fitness into more of coaching, I just started coaching. And luckily, I built from that experience. I built from my experience, and I started learning, I started studying, but in conjunction with that, I just started. So that would be whatever's in your back of your mind at the moment. Maybe there's a business venture that you've wanted to start, or maybe you've wanted to shift career paths, or you've wanted to improve your health, or you've wanted to create a better relationship or start a relationship. Is just start. Find the first sort of lowest hanging fruit, the first lever, and just start moving in that direction. So if you want to be a motivator like Tony Robbins, start motivating. Let me do some shout outs. Hey Jess, how you doing? Hey Dicko, Ben, nice to see you mate, joining. Look, that would be my two sort of tips in and around how to be a motivator like Tony Robbins. Is firstly, don't try to be anybody that you're not. be you, and then just get started. And you just keep moving and moving and moving, and whatever obstacle or adversity comes into your foresight and into where you're at, just keep moving forward. That's the only way you're gonna progress in your life. It's the only way that you're gonna find high levels of clarity, courage in your life, and become more of who you are. And in this case, to answer the question, how to be a motivator like Tony Robbins, is just get moving with it. And if there's one other thing I want to leave you with is, as much as you can, don't give a fuck about what everybody else is thinking. I know that's easier said than done, and we've got people in our lives that we do care about, but whether it's your closer circles, your family, your partner, your friends, or at a distance, people online here, do your best to understand that it really doesn't matter that much, and stop giving a fuck about what everybody else thinks, and do you. Do you the best way you can. So if you want to be a motivator, if you want to be more like Tony Robbins, do that. And fuck everybody else's thoughts, feelings, emotions towards who you are and what you're doing, as long as you're doing it and you're staying true to yourself. So that would be my guidance on how to be a motivator like Tony Robbins. If you've got a question that you're thinking, hey, Tim here might be able to give me different insights and perspectives and guidance, comment below. I'm always looking for great questions, and I'll do more of these live streams if you're liking it. A couple of Rahani, hey Rahani, nice to see you. And look, I look forward to serving you moving forward. Much gratitude. Pass this video on, share it, like it, do all that great stuff. And if that's all today, I think that's all. So you know what time it is. It's time to step up, to be extraordinary, and to live the life you're born to live. Bye for now.